Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a really insightful plunge into Building Wealth, a journey to financial freedom. It's by Joseck Wakwoma. Our mission, really, for you listening, is to pull out those key principles, maybe some surprising ideas from this guide. Stuff that can genuinely help you break free from, financial struggle and start building a life with more abundance, more lasting impact. What's great about Wakwoma's book, I think, is how accessible it is.
Yeah, he really makes complex finance stuff, well, simple.
Right, using everyday language, a bit of humor.
And those African cultural references, too, which is unique.
Yeah, all wrapped up in pretty powerful storytelling.
It really is. And what's fascinating, right off the bat, is how he grounds you. He uses these two fictional characters, Kamau and Mwangi,
Okay.
and their financial journeys. They're dealing with low income, high expenses, debt, peer pressure.
Very relatable stuff.
Exactly. A lack of planning, too. It mirrors challenges lots of people face,
Yeah.
not just in Kenya, but everywhere. It's a clever way to show these universal struggles.
That's a really strong setup. So, as Kamau and Mwangi are kind of figuring things out, what does Wakwoma say are the main hurdles, those killers of wealth he talks about? What are they? The things they need to face, and maybe we do too.
Yeah, he really zeroes in on what he calls the three biggest killers of wealth among men.
Okay, what are they?
A poor mindset first, then a lack of savings, and finally just failing to plan for the future. But he doesn't just, list the problems. He gives specific, actionable ways to tackle them. For instance, that poor mindset thing, he has this abundance mirror exercise.
Oh, interesting. What's that?
Well, it's about daily affirmations, but not just saying them. You actively connect them to real goals.
Okay.
It's about retraining your brain, basically, seeing possibilities instead of just limits. That's step one for Kamau.
Makes sense. And what about the other two killers? The saving and planning. How does he help them flip the script there?
Well, for savings, he pushes this smart sacrifice idea.
Smart sacrifice.
Yeah, find just one high-cost habit you can cut, maybe just temporarily. Could be daily coffee, weekend takeout, whatever.
Okay.
And you take that exact amount and put it straight into a dedicated wealth-building fund.
So small wins, building momentum.
Exactly. It makes saving feel less like deprivation, more like you're actually doing something positive, empowering.
Right. And planning.
For planning, he gives clear frameworks, setting tangible financial goals. He shows how Kamau starts to visualize his future beyond just, paying the next bill.
So it starts practical, building that foundation. But then Wakwoma takes it further, right? Connecting these individual steps to something bigger. Once you've dealt with those killers, what tools does he give you for building, lasting wealth?
Right, he moves you through mastering budgeting, which, let's face it, can feel tedious.
Definitely.
But he makes it accessible. Then he gets into understanding investing, things like money markets.
Short-term, lower-risk stuff.
Yeah, places to park cash, short-term. And mutual funds, those baskets of diverse investments. Great way for even small investors to get broad market exposure.
Okay, diversification.
Exactly. And he covers crucial things like insurance, not just as a cost, but as that vital safety net protecting your progress.
Yeah, that's key.
And then setting up trust funds. He presents that as the ultimate tool for real generational wealth, enduring wealth.
Just thinking really long-term.
Totally. He uses examples like the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, the George Bush Foundation, showing how strategic planning can create wealth that literally outlives the person who created it. He has this brilliant analogy, actually. Compares short-term thinking to a paper kite.
A paper kite.
Yeah, it flies high for a bit, then crashes. But true wealth, he says, is like planting a mugumo tree.
The mugumo tree.
Slow to grow, sure, but eventually it provides shade and fruit for generations.
Wow, that mugumo tree analogy really does bring the whole concept home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ultimately, this whole deep dive, it presents a pretty profound challenge for all of us, I think. How do we actually look past the immediate stuff, the short-term wins, and really start building that generational wealth, planting our own, mugumo trees?
Exactly. And that really leads to a powerful question for you.